obviously last week it feels like maybe the most complete game that this team has played, and then you guys get to come home, and it feels like, at least from the back end out, this might have almost been a more complete game. Just what's your take on?
Yeah, both really good games. I'll probably have to watch back to see which one's better, but I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. They're both really good games, like you said, from the back out. And Ralphie was unbelievable again, and defense was great, and the offense put the ball back in the net. So it's exciting. I think we're getting on a roll at the right time. So just got to focus one game at a time.
Getting on a roll here. Obviously, you guys have such a long stretch that you had to play back to back or week after week, and you get this weird situation with that middle of the standings where it feels like it's just wide open. What's the key to playing playoff lacrosse now to get to playoff lacrosse?
Yeah, I think we understand that our backs are still a little bit against the wall, even if we're in a decent spot now. You can't lose too many more games, and as you said, with the middle just being stacked up, you don't really know how many wins you need. Last year we got 8 and snuck in. This year, 9-9 might not be good enough. You don't really know. So we got to go into every game thinking that we have to win this game, focusing 1 week at a time.
This asked Ryan about this defense is just last season at least was an unorthodox defense in the way that they played, and that might have helped them get to the point that they did in the season. When you have a physical group that's really trying to force that top out kind of pressure, is it then even harder when it's Dougie Jameson that's the goalie for that setup?
Yeah, well, it makes it tougher because you're not getting as many shots from the middle. They actually completely switched their defense. They did something completely different. In past years they've funneled to the middle. They changed last week for the first time we noticed on film and started funneling down the board. So I think that's tougher to play against when Dougie can be square and see shots from the elbows instead of right down the center. He takes up so much of the net. He's such a good goalie. So I think it makes it a little tougher, and I think it's a testament to our offense that we found a way to get to the middle and get shots and be able to pick apart the defense a little bit. So I think we did a good job exploiting it.
Just the third quarter when they went on that run and you guys just didn't cave in and just kind of held on in the fourth quarter compared to other games where you might have caved in. What has just changed mentally with this team and just this recent streak of wins that has allowed you to just kind of hang on?
Yeah, confidence. Earlier in the year when we're losing 1-goal games and last second games, it's a little deflating, and I think our offense was up and down throughout the first 10 weeks or so. Some really good games, some really bad games, and I think now that we're just kind of stacking games on top of each other here, you're a little more confident that next shot's going to drop, and that we've got what it takes to relax and go to the next shift and just try and put the ball in the back of the net.
One of the I think we've seen the last couple of weeks is that give and go between Curtis and you. Can you take us through that play and what you guys saw in that, because that was about as quick as you can get?
Yeah, I gotta give Coach Kyle a little bit of shout out there. He told me right before that shift, it was supposed to be me and Smitty, but he said look for a little give and go because they're forcing that guy so far down. We thought instead of coming inside a pick, if you can just slip and go right to the net and get a step on your guy. So we were kind of ready for it. I gave him a little point while we were on the floor there, just because he told me right for that shift to just test it out a little bit. So I think that's just trying to make adjustments with their defense changing. We're just trying to make little adjustments to see what we can do.
Albany went on a run. They got within 1 goal, and you got back-to-back power play goals, which those goals looked very similar. What did you see from their defense on the man up? Because you basically looked like you had the same look 2 times in a row.
I think we were getting good looks, so we didn't want to switch too many things up, and we ran a couple times just because we were getting good shots, and they were they like to explode from the top a little bit and get in hand. So we didn't think too much about it. It was more just we had to play, and it's more or less move the ball fast. The ball moves faster than a D, so that was kind of all that was.
It feels like maybe fans don't 100% understand the impact that a Kyle Calais has on your team. Can you just talk about him as a coach?
Yeah, unbelievable. He's so smart, X's and O's. What I love about Kyle is I think he knows kind of when to get honest a little bit and get tell us that we need to pick it up. He's also there to give you a big congratulations after a good play. He's just the best, and he's a really smart lacrosse mind. And he does a really good job of giving us structure and giving us some plays and some looks here and there. But at the end of the day, I think he knows that we're a really talented group, and if he just gives us kind of some motions and some sets, and some looks that we can kind of have looks out of what he gives us. Doesn't have to be a set play every time. So yeah, he's just the best. Love playing for him.
How did it feel just with like this is probably one of the more aggressive games you guys have played overall? It came to physicality and just getting the 50-50 loose balls, like especially in the first half. I mean, how great is it just to see like just that aggressiveness like just amp up as the game went on?
Yeah, awesome. You feed off that stuff, right? It hurts in the moment. I mean, my chin hurts like crazy right now. That's a good one. It hurts. I'm not gonna say I like it, but it feels good. When you see a guy, go hard for a ground ball, and I know a bunch of the O guys, do a really good job of that. D guys obviously did an unbelievable job of that, and things like stepping in front of shots and then getting the loose ball. That stuff's contagious, right? And I don't know who said it last week. I think it was Dan Carey said last week that when you come into the locker room after a win and you're sore and everything hurts. And you're bloody and bruised up, like that feels awesome. Like when you're just dead tired, like that's such a great feeling. And it's true. It might not be the best at the time, but it's a couple of seconds go by and it's a good feeling.